So guys, you might still wondering how we get the held objects working. This one is really messed up, and as you see, it's not on the correct location. And the reason is the following. Normally ALS is using the gun bone. So let me see if I can find it. So here's the hand gun bone. I always have issues with this one. And yeah, you can move them around, and normally it's attached to the right hander, so depending on which held objects you want to use. And then all other bones are constrained correctly. So, and how we can, it will be some sessions, but we can set up this with the toolbox I created very easily. And here we say a new folder and say held editors, right? So we create a new blueprint class, all classes basically, and say held. And it's BP held object editor. That's our base. We say BP TwinBlast held object editor base, because we will use this for every overlay state we want to fix. And then we open it, and you can set the posable mesh here. We say TwinBlast. If I spell it correctly, it will work. TwinBlast. And then we have him. And save everything and compile. So now we can iterate quite quickly. We derive here, create child blueprint class, and say TwinBlast, and we say it's 1H pistol. So, and then we can place him here, move him here to the left. We open this also and go to class defaults and set the pistol pose, of course, 1H from TwinBlast. It's this one. Select the one with the curves, very important. So with curves I mean, if you go back, with curves I mean this one, because that's the one we want to edit now, with these curves, not the one without the curves. So compile, save. So go back to class defaults, scale the mesh. Normally you should set him here as well in TwinBlast. Not sure why it's not set up correctly, but let me quickly check. So if you are here and press Ctrl B, you will directly browse to the blueprint, and we need to go to the base. So maybe, yeah, I'm not sure why, but I messed it up, kind of. TwinBlast, compile, save. So this is the base, right? This is this one. We go back to the class settings. So can we clear this one again? Make it, yeah, set the default, so that we don't have to set it all the time. So for the pistol pose, we will also need to scale the mesh, and for that we will use M9. That's the pistol basically, and compile. Right. So now it's almost set up. It's almost removing stuff here. We need to we need to go to class settings again, and there should also be a name. Where's the name? Oh no, we can, oh yeah, let's do it here. So if we introduce a text renderer, we can set him up quickly. Rotate it by 90 degrees, move it forward, and center the text, of course. That's very important for me. And we can also rotate this. It's the E key. Can rotate this also 90 degrees and move it a little bit forward, and let's say one unit up, so that that does not intersect with the ground. And then we let's see if we can set this here in text renderer. We say the text That's 1H pistol pause. So that's how we can use it, and then we have it here, and we should also use a black text. So here you can select the color, make it black, you can see it better. Compile, save. So, and what you can do now is that's a very convenient tool in my view, and it fixes a lot of issues for me. You can, let me check. Oh yeah, here you can select the frame of the overlay state. Basically, I use most of the time this frame here to correct the pistol pose. So, and then you have this held object. Click on held object, and then you can move this up, move this forward, and basically place it on the location you like it. And if you click on here and on here, it will disable the grid, and you have easier, or get easier placement. So let's see if we can get it working. So we need to move it to the left a little bit, so the finger fits quite nicely. So this hand is way better than the UE5 many. It fits better to this pistol, kind of. So we can also move it a little bit forward, maybe also move a little bit here. So to be honest, I really like this pose already, and yeah, I would go forward with this, or go for it, and yeah, and see if it works. And what you can also do, if you go to the window mode back again, you can click here again, and you should say get relative held object location. Then it will calculate this. Yeah, this location and rotation depend on the local transform of the hand IK, of the hand R bone, and we will modify the IK handgun bone. And then we click on apply relative held object rotation, and it will set the values here for us for every frame here. And if we now use the pauses, it seems to be that we still have a good pause. So I really like this one, and I would go for you will. So collapse this again, and what you can do now is click on modify anim sequence, and you will see that this animation sequence, if we go here, is now modified. So we press Ctrl Shift S and play the game, and magically if we go to full screen, that we can see it better, press the Q key and select the pose. Why did it not work? Did I not do it correctly? Oh, we need to constrain the bounds, of course. We need to reconstrain the bounds. And here we say constrain bounds from data table. And then we select constrain bounds. And here we say it's VB bounds, I guess. So let me check if it works now. Yes. So it works on every pose. So you might wondering now why I reconstrain the bounds, because if we edit the hand IK gun bone, this one here, gun, here you will see it's on this hand, and then we also have the handgun bones, these ones here, and they should be constrained all the time, otherwise it will mess up the location of the held object. But yeah, that's how you can get the pistol pose working. We will now focus the next on the two-handed pistol pose and the torch pose. For the two-handed rifle pose, I still trying to find a solution there, which I will share in another video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and you hopefully get also your character working and the pistol pose. Look at this, this is amazing. So it works on every pose. So yeah, see you in the next session.